All right, welcome people. Christopher Zidan Matthews here, your sports guru. You don't know. Big up everybody. I beg the people them like the video. You don't have to like the video. If you don't like it, you don't like it. Subscribe to the channel because you must have to like some things when I say. And I'll come with some information, some valuable information. And make sure so you tell your friends about the channel so them can subscribe to the channel as well to build the thing so we can get the thing going and take it to another level. And as I said before, I know me kinda I'm busy people, really busy. And you're not being seen a lot of videos. But today we're going to talk about some schoolboy football. Because we would have seen a lot of results now. I would have seen a lot of teams in both the Manning and the Costa Cup. Manning's very impressive in the Costa Cup end. And the reason why I mentioned Manning's first is because Manning's retained 8 players from their team that went to the Costa Cup finals last year. Normally when you're that good in schoolboy football one season and you are able to retain so much of your players from the previous season, your elite players, you're going to be a team to be reckoned with. So Manning's I got in the mix. I saw Dintil for the first time last week, Saturday. Very impressed with a couple of players. They are strong in every area. And they're going to make some noise. But perhaps the reason why Dintil will not win the Costa Cup is because they have no bench really. I saw some 13 and 14 year olds basically coming out for the bench. That can't work. You have fatigue, you have injuries. You have to have a bench. You have to have at least 3 top players. Because in schoolboy football, players can play multiple positions because they're still at the development stage. They're not really established as I'm this sort of players, I'm that. So you have players who can play multiple positions. You want at least 3 very good footballers on your bench. Didn't tell them even have 1. So, but if they can find a way to keep everybody fit and rotate and stay fresh, they will still make some noise again. Not expected to do as well as they did last year, but they have quality nonetheless, people. So they didn't tell I got in a day. They want to make some noise. Clarendon College. Big bad Clarendon College. They have a great program. They continue to doing well with them program. They're going to make some noise. Edwin Allen, I saw them. They look like they can organize themselves better, work on some things, and get the job done. Stets is being Stets again. But I'm eyeing Manning's right now. Things can change, let's see, but Manning's, for me, at the start of the Costa Cup, is looking like the team to beat. Manning Cup now, people. Craig Butler, the most high-profile coach in the Manning Cup. In all of schoolboy football is Craig Butler. You know Craig Butler. Father, stepfather, agent of Jamaica's most gifted player, Leon Bailey. You know Craig Butler was in the news for many, many years, so he's known in the football world. And he's the owner of the Phoenix Academy and all of that. And so a lot of his players are at Mona and they would have been developed at a particular level. So they're at a level. So most of them are going to understand the football game. If not all, and they play some good football. So everybody's talking about Mona being amongst the favorites to win the Manning Cup. And that's fair. Because they don't drop those sort of scorelines that Mona dropped and they're not in the mix. JC preseason favorites because they expected to win. JC has the best program in Manning Cup over the last decade. It's by far the best program in schoolboy football over the last decade. It's by far Jamaica College, and that has not changed. And they would have recruited from different parts of the world, and they kept the program going. And they could have brought in 3 players to make up their quota. So they might have quality again. I think they were overwhelming for coming in, and I'm not seeing any reason why that should change. So for me, Mona have a lot of work to do, because while Mona looks excellent going forward, because Craig Butler is very good at developing attacking players, and a lot of his players are versatile players that can play different positions. So he works on a lot of areas of the game with everybody. Or when he's developing his players, he may separate them and say defenders come here, they all do the same thing when they are doing their drills and they are being developed. So a man might not excel and become the next greatest thing at a left back, but he can play the left back position and reasonably well. So that is good. But you're still going to need tactical adjustments during game. You still have to organize yourself tactically when you face the better teams, the Kingston College, the Jamaica College. Geordies look like them have a decent team this year again. Can Craig Butler make the adjustments? Will he play the Phoenix way? I've watched them on about 3 occasions, and they look like they can be cut apart too easily. Now, while they are probably the most expansive team in Manning Cup football, if they meet upon a team that are very strong defensively, because that's what coach is doing, they try to get the best balance. They try to get the best balance of being good. You might be better offensively, but you still need to be good defensively. You might be great defensively, but you still need to be good enough offensively. If you're pretty good in both areas, then you're gonna lead. I think against quality people, Mona High is being found out defensively. They concede a lot of chances against Wolmer's, and they concede a lot of chances today against Camperdown. Camperdown felt hard on that the equalizer for 3-3. The ball went out. It looked to me like it went out clearly as well. But that's for another day. The fact of the matter is, Craig has to find a way to get his players to get back into position quicker than they are. The transition from when they attack the defense is poor. So as I said, the beautiful football, they look fantastic going forward, and that's why they score a bunch of goals. But when you meet elite opposition that are good enough to be compact and be dangerous on the counter-attack, I think Mona is in trouble. So for me, a lot of persons are raving about them, rightfully so, but I think right